Hello everybody, and welcome back to some more blueprints. It's day 50 right now, and last episode was probably one of the most insane episodes we've done in a while. We found some major secrets from reading a new clue. We have the ability to go complete a sanctum unlock right now. Actually, I didn't do a last episode because we were running low on steps for the goal of the episode. We figured out how to read Arajan. Like, I have basically a majority of the language in my book, but I don't understand the really hard to understand one that I need to figure out and understand. And yeah, I was thinking that this wasn't going to actually be able to work, and it wasn't going to show up. Now I'm curious as to what happens. You do show up there. Okay. Very weird. So yeah, I do know that the secret garden is effectively been wasted in the way that I did that. Yes, I am aware. But I did want to see if this would do a funny thing, and now that I have seen that it does do the funny thing, I'm like, hell yeah, we're gonna keep, we're gonna use it for its intended purpose, at least. But no, last episode was insane because we basically got all the way through almost every single classroom. We were missing one, and I got very unlucky right at the end. We read, I believe, 3 separate books. Again, my editor can correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I believe it was 3 separate books. And realized that I had already solved basically the major secret of a new clue without even knowing that it was a secret of new clue, because I just was screwing around with with the sundial in the orchard and basically opened it up. But the real secret that we ended up finding was the fact that we can smash the pots in the entrance hall, which gives us the major benefit of having a new what's it called, one of the new circuit thingies for Blackbridge, and well, also, I guess, by expansion, the thing that is under the sundial. So, goals for today. Really, in all honesty, I want to see if we can figure out one of the... I mean, look, so we only have 2 left, and it is Kararka and Morajai, if I remember correctly. I want to see if it is possible for us to somehow unlock the last permanent edition somehow that I do not know how to. We actually have 4 left. Ha, that's right. I forgot that we have a lot of those left. I want to see if it's possible for me to find the final key. I have high doubts that it is, but we can hope. A man can hope. And then I also want to see if we can, I have high doubts that we'll find that last circuit piece, but like, today is basically going to be a day of looking for leads, and seeing if we can't do anything with it. So, I think because my new strat has kind of been, I want a bunch of green rooms, I'm going to kind of keep rolling with the green room play and just hope that it kind of works out for me. I mean, last episode, it was part of what compounded towards us getting, like, some of the major stuff. I wish that I could grab you. We'll grab the hallway closet. We'll just use the den as our main start piece. Alright, and the ivory dye. Honestly, you know, like, not every single day is going to be a golden one. We hope that it is, but, like, not every single day can be as insane as yesterday was for us. Yeah, let's take the indoor nursery. We always want nursery early, especially with the way that it works. I've also noticed that I think the indoor nursery doesn't get its normally spawning gem or anything, which is sad, but, like, you know, it still works. That should get us most of our gem requirements handled for today. And I should probably, after we're done with this, head back to the spare green room. This box is empty. Okay. This box is empty. Okay. This puzzle is harder than it seems. That is true. Yeah, this is true. 'Cause one of these has to be lying, but you can't necessarily say that. But if both of these are true and this one is false, it's here. I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah, under almost all circumstances, without it being a paradox, it has to be there. Alright, let's head into here. We got a broken lever. I mean, we already do have antechamber access today, which is really nice. And conservatory gives us a major benefit in having more gems waiting for us. Ooh, okay. Floor plan consistencies on these ones. That's actually... Okay, you know what? That's fair. That's what I like it to be. Chamber of Mirrors. I honestly like this room because it's one of the few rooms that makes me play against my normal style, and when I do, it goes well. As for this, that's about accurate. I think that's what I want. I think I just want to adjust some things a teensy bit, roll it from there, and we can see what else we can get. Let's go with Courtyard, because that's going to make a bunch of gems for us. And, alrighty. Well, I probably shouldn't have stepped in here just yet. I was kind of thinking, hey, we should probably walk back and grab, you know, my stuff, but meh. Oh well. We can head back to the indoor nursery soon-ish. Probably not now. Especially because, well, I mean, yeah. We'll do that soon-ish. Boudoir. Ugh. God, all three of these are really good corners for us. Look, Breakfast Nook plays the best with us right now. Yeah, Breakfast Nook is one that I almost always take just because it gives me free food. Let's head back and grab our stuff from the nursery now and then use that as sort of our step refund for having done so. And then that way we should be decently good on gems for today as well. And hopefully from here we can kind of just keep chaining this into high power play after high power play. We also want a shovel at some point. We always want a shovel. Shovel my beloved. Shovel truly is, in my opinion, just the best basic item in the game. Shovel cannot be beat. It is just that golden. Put the corridor down. Yeah, we'll take the bedroom. Bedroom here is just kind of our best play. Anything, nothing. Okay, honestly, this is a golden cloister as well. Golden cloister gets us a nice gem rebate with the nursery. Honestly, there is the part of me who thinks I made the mistake in choosing indoor nursery. I don't know. Sometimes it feels like it might have been the weakest of the options and that I chose wrong. But at the same time, it also feels like really unbelievably strong to me because, like, I can now do some pretty powerful stuff just constantly, and I almost always will have gems handled for the day. Like, for instance, right now, we're going to go through here, and this is going to get us probably a fair few steps. At least some sort of resources. Wow, it's like I'm doing this on cue. And, you know, only occasionally get nothing because we haven't activated the you don't win shit mode that the game has whenever you have, you know, the dig up trash. Like, we're still in a very solid location constantly. And all that this is going to do for me is just now build me up harder because this is what the shovel does. It builds you. It makes you unbelievably strong with a million green rooms. Like, this is just what green room synergy do. And I like it. Like, oh no, I had to walk back here. Anyways, I've got 2 more of those for me that I wanted, or that I could grab, and yay, we're back at 3. I'm gonna go through here now because I should have gone through here a while ago. Oh, look at this! Green rooms no longer cost gems to dab. Yummy. We're good. We're good. And now all of my gem build goes towards everything else that needs a million gems in the game. Like, look, this is the combo. This is the combo. Doink, doink. I have 6 gems. I no longer am concerned. Keys are a thing that we basically handle almost guaranteed now. This is my strat. Like, I've learned my strat pretty well, pretty solid. I know what works now, and I know how to build myself really freaking strong. The only thing I wish I could do is I wish I didn't go and place the, what's it called? I wish I didn't place the secret garden yet, because that actually would have been better around about now. Okay. We got keys, who cares? Honestly, this is a perfectly fine cloister. Like, the fun of double cloistering, which, by the way, I know some people were thinking I was crazy when I took the clone of cloister. Little did you know that I was daydreaming about this exact combo setup, basically, where now I just basically do whatever I want. One thing that I really wish we could do and could set up is getting a study. I want to get study in the conservatory one of these days and just immediately, like, pounce on it, because it's one of those rooms that, like, I feel will just ascend us really freaking far if I can get it to, you know, get in there. Because the study is so far probably the most busted room that I have seen. And that just is probably like, that's just one of the things that I think we should do. Also, by the way, this is 25 inverted, which is 52 as we know, minus 2 is 50, divide by 10 is 5. Sorry, I had to vocalize that one. 21 times by 2 is 42, minus 1 is 41. Swappy is 14 times by 1 is, yeah, 14. Let's see here. 13 Plus 10, that's 23. Invert is 32. Minus 20 is 12. Plus 9 is 21. Inverted is 12. A key card, my beloved. One of the two keys we really always need, and guess what? We already have the secret garden basically negated. Yeah, that's just good. So you know what else is probably something we should do today? We should probably try and get a bunch of newer rooms. Like, if they show up today, I want to take a new room. Just wherever I see them, however I see them, you know, we want to get new rooms. That's probably the best way to do this. Oh, hey, look at that. Veranda, greater chance of finding green rooms. In all honesty, okay, here's the thing with veranda. We don't really need veranda on days where I have Banner of the King. Reason being, and it's pretty obvious, but having a higher chance at green rooms when we already have a higher chance at green rooms is kind of just like adding more fuel to an already mega fire. Like, I don't need it. Don't get me wrong, it's helpful, but like, it's not necessary at all. Also, we just got like a million gems. Yeah, my gem cost is handled, basically. Oh my gosh. And Nursery has like a bunch of gems for us already stored. Chapel, we'll do that. I know that cloister had an opening, but I don't know. My brain is thinking we might get a Chamber of Mirrors at some point over there. Let's do Eel Aquarium there. And then, you know, if it wanted to show up, actually, Chamber of Mirrors would be nice here. I don't really have the juice for it. Let's take Boudoir, finally. I've been skipping my Boudoir today, which, you know, normally not necessarily the best thing to do, but yeah. Hopefully we can find, like, here's the thing. I want to just call it out. I think, so, like, what we've seen is pretty much almost all of the stuff. I do want to say, if we get the opportunity to get vault keys today, that is another one that I would like to do. Because the vaults are the ones that I really, really, really feel like I'm missing. There's also apparently a shop I'm missing. Huh. Well, anyways, point being is I want to get a vault soon. Because the vault is something that we just need to progress in the vault. Yeah, we can do a library here. I will probably come back just because don't need that necessarily yet. Let's go off of top, or let's go off of this room real quick, just because we know there's a dig spot, and that can get us moving again. Oh, hey, look at that, the vault, right on cue, as I said I wanted it. Hopefully we can find a good set of vault keys today. If we do get a bunch of them, I would love to open more. Like, we've gotten a few vault keys recently, but I just haven't been able to use them at all. It's kind of one of those things where I'm like, I wish I could just rip into it right now. Yeah, we're taking the lab here. The lab is just one of the best in the game, especially when we're able to do this. Because it lets me have some pretty chaotic fun. Yoink, 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 yoink. Alright, let's go. Experiment setup. Let's continue. Ooh. Ugh. None of these are really nice. I guess I could do whenever I draft a shop room, gain a star, just to, you know, progress that a little bit. But I don't think that's really gonna happen much, and in all honesty, like, I'm not really gonna chase it down. Especially because we've already gotten the commissary today, and the commissary is my main one that I always, like, aim for, really. I do still think that there is something up with this room that I need to figure out more of. I just haven't yet. Let's do a reroll. Patio is pretty busted. Yeah, we'll just take the patio. There's no reason not to for us. Any dig spots today? Just a gold coin. Oh, hey, what's that? A key card? You mean the thing that I have a million of? Honestly, casino goes hard because I think I get the ability to... Oh yeah, that's right, the casino's a shop room. Is it? It's... Yeah, there's a wager 100. I'm gonna wager 100 whenever I've got the coins for it because I think I will get the coins for it. We're also approaching 50 stars, which is something I thought I wasn't gonna get for a while. I've now realized, oh wait, we're there. Let's take the boudoir. We're out of dice, so right now is a good time to do it. And again, we are kind of just looking for vault keys. So mayhaps trying to get the, well, hey, look at that, the locksmith. We'll do the conference room just because I know it's not necessarily the best, but the conference room does let us get, you know, get a T-piece here. And then this could be a good shop roll for us, such as the kitchen, apparently. Yeah. Actually, let's do treasure trove. Treasure trove is pretty solid and free and gets us the coins that we need to wager that much. Alrighty, and fun special rule times. We've got a black moon. Do I have black moon? I do, actually. So this should be pretty evident. Boxes marked with the moon always contain false statements. Can we assume that to be true based off of what we have seen? That seems to be false. It's mostly true. But if that's the case, then this is lying. So you can't be true false. So you can lie. You're lying to me. By saying that this always contains false statements. Because not always, because as we know, blue moons contain mostly true statements. Alright, so yeah, with that, we can now have our fun in the casino, and my editor just got very happy because here I go, I'm roulette wheeling. What we got today? Did it hit nothing? Oh my god, we're gambling. 2 free spins? 2 free spins? On the big wheel? 2 free spins on the big wheel? For 300? Well, alright, guys. Gambling's paid off. Oh, hey. Oh, okay. Good. It didn't give me everything. I was like, you know, if it gave me the everything button, I would have been like, haha, oh my god, we're set for life. I need the kitchen pronto. Like, we need that kitchen now. The kitchen is our saving grace. Okay. Let's go. We'll put the hallway here. I need food bad. Like, we are basically in need of meals. Let's take the servants' quarters just because I know we're able to get a bunch of keys out of that. And that's kind of what I need right now is a bunch of keys. Okay. Oh, hey, dining room. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Right when I wanted a million miles of food. Yummy. Here we go. Eat, have dinner, who cares? I'm not really here to, you know, to time that out better. I'm just here to get me a bunch of food. Okay, let's see here. We again would like, don't I have car keys? I do have car keys. Let's get in the car and drive. Wait, see, wait, White. Huh? I thought having the secret garden would delete the secret garden key from being in the pool. What is the secret garden key doing here? Why is it here? Huh? Okay, we're gonna see what happens when I double secret garden. Not that I think that needs to occur, but, huh? Okay. Also, I really want a showroom today now. Secret garden. Yeah, it's nothing weird. I mean, it's normal. It's a normal secret garden. It's not like it magically poofed into like 20 different things. I mean, everything's already down. It's weird being in the secret garden without having to be like, okay, let's go do the fun time. What? Okay. Dare I take her ladyship's chamber? It doesn't really have any benefit to me. Like, now that we've kind of solved her ladyship's chamber, we don't really need to concern ourselves with it. Alright, well, that's walk-in closet right there. Being walk-in closet. We will probably turn around and go solve that soon. Wow, I just realized we kind of, like, perfectly blockaded off all of the stuff in the center there. Ain't that neat? Let's just do this so that it's here, and I will doink and go to this way for, I guess, dropping off some more of my nigh on infinite money. And if the commissary wants to give me the thing that I'm after, it would be appreciated. I mean, security keeps the day going, which is what we're basically after here. Key card. Can I get... You know what? I'm going to be honest. Music room at least advances the possibility of vault key. Because I believe the vault key is a major key. Which is what I thought. Okay. Well, I mean, I know that today is now dead, but we do have a lot still that we can do with it. Because, as we know, we've got Kararika on lock. Like, I know what Kararika is. Like, Kararika cannot hide from me anymore. What's the key? We've got 370... which is right. Almost a big one. Oh my god, we finally got it. It's another Sanctum key. Yo! I want the note. Uncle, thank you again for all your help. I know I can never hope to repay you, but it pains me to know that I won't even have a chance to try. At any rate, I'm leaving these extra funds behind, as well as the extra passports. It'd be too risky if we were searched at the border, and the money would raise too many suspicions. I think we all want a clean start anyways. I know I do, Mary. I mean, yeah, that's almost exactly what we wished, or what we wanted. That's another Sanctum key down. That's one of the hardest ones down. Because we've gotten the other 6. The only one we're missing is the Ascent to the Throne. Whatever that means for us. So, we're there. So, I mean, if that's the case and all that remains is Erasia's key, you know, the major castle, the future last, as we have found out is what the name fully means, then I mean, it's kind of fitting that the last key would be the Eurasian, or the Eurasia Castle key. Now, I don't know how I'm going to get said key. It would be kind of funny if it just magically, like, manifested a way into there out of nowhere because, you know, oh, now that you found this, all of this other stuff. My thought process is that it has something to do with the circuits. I'm assuming the final circuit is around somewhere, and I need to figure that out still, and that's where our remaining one is. Now, I believe Kararika is one of the few that I haven't opened. Yeah. Because, yep, I thought that I was, like, pretty confident with some stuff, and then I wasn't confident at all. This is Kararika, as we now know. And we know so much about Kararika, it's not even funny. We're solving Kararika right now. Yeah, we're literally already prepped for everything Kararika could need. We know they are academic, they've got mountains, they've got turtles, like, we know their whole MO and their whole stick. We just need, I don't know why I'm doing that one. I want the turtles. Give me the turtles. That is turtle, I believe, and I believe that also is the correct outer layer. Just hit that because that would be funny if that was it. Let me quickly check what academic looks like. So academic is the 3 lines like that. The only thing we're missing is the weather now, of which I have a few concepts. Of course, I immediately messed it up because I hit a thing I wasn't supposed to. It is this one that does the weather? Yeah, I mean, we can kind of just brute force this at this point, but it would be kind of interesting if Kararika was a bit snowy. No? Okay, as I immediately forget which one is which. Windy, maybe? We do know they ride on turtles. Like, that is the main interesting thing we know, is they are turtles. Nothing abnormal. No unique weather. No? Nothing? Okay, foggy. How about foggy? Look, chat, we know that Kararika has turtles. This is turtles, right? Right? Like, I'm not going crazy. This is turtles. Yeah, this is turtles. This is turtles. I'm not insane. Like, and I know that Kararika has the dip dashes, the triangles, the this. I'm starting to be very concerned that somehow Kararika isn't turtle. And it is making me very confused. We've already done wavy. We've already done them all. How do I make the line shorter? Like, no, we know that they are academic. Kararika is academic. There is no, like, shot. We know they are. They are known for their academy. Like, that is, hands down, what it is. Like, Kararika has to be the academics. It just, something isn't making sense necessarily. Yeah, we know Kararika is this. We know they ride on turtles. We know they're academic. We know that their coloration is the triangles. And that's it. Like, we don't know their weather, but we've tried the weather. Ah, I found it. Okay, so Kararika is snowy because we can see on one of Sinclair's letters that he left us within the, that he left us in the freezer. It has snow. Now, why they aren't turtles is because I might have been misconstruing who the turtles were for. I need to go look for that real quick, but I'm going to find that and call that out as well. So I can't necessarily make it out on here, but the reason I thought it was that one, why it was turtles, is because it was orange, and orange, as we know, is Kararika's color. So I need to, I think, realize that stamp color doesn't necessarily mean that it is that. There it is. Okay, that one is Rhodes, I believe. Let me quickly check. Yeah, that's Rhodes. So the turtles belong to somewhere else. I'm not sure where, though. It would make sense if they are Morajai, maybe. But I think we've already determined that Morajai is boats. I'm not exactly 100% sure. Far from the port towns of the lesser islands, they're boats. Okay. The academies of Krarka were among the last strongholds where the Puzzlepux fad spread. Unlike other realms, those regional rule variants emerged organically over time. The students of Krarka designed orange tiles by a committee, voting on student-submitted designs and picking the one they felt best represented the realm. When these tiles are pressed, if the majority of adjacent tiles share a color, then the pressed tile will change to that color. Alright, so we need to somehow maneuver orange into the proper spaces for this. And that's right, these go down. That's their issue. They only go down, they do not wrap. Hang on. So we need to get a way to push one of these down. Here, basically. Okay. And then we want to swap you on over so that I can push you out. Push you down. Push you over. That should go there. This goes there. We need to swap this out again somehow. Boop. And then I believe just a simple boop. Pull this on up and over. Push this around. I'm back where I started. Like, I can get a lot of the way there. It's just the problem is so touching this does nothing or 9 times out of 10. I think that we have to convert one of these over into something else. The problem just is what needs converted. Because, like, that's obviously some of the first moves we do right there. Actually, hang on. If I could figure out a way to move green over without also necessarily swapping down, we would be able to do that. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. There's a world in which I can isolate this orange into purple, I think. And that would let me do some stuff. Now, the problem then becomes is getting said isolation to occur. Wow, I've managed to magically swap it all the way around. Duped. Yeah, God. This is a hard one. Okay, so we want to immediately swap this out. We want like 3 up top here. Is the best way I can put it. And then that should become purple. That way we immediately get 3 ways to push everything around, and it should be relatively easy to swap basically everything into place from here on out by using this bad boy. And a combination of realizing that you're stupid, and laddering it. Okay, there we go. Now we want this here to swap you in. We want to swap you in, and there we go. Boom and boom. Another allowance token for the bank. And let's see Sinclair's musings. There have been fewer and fewer opportunities to further travel up into the mountains to attend to my correspondence, and I find myself regretting having brought so many books, as this is the first realm I have visited without porters. Here, every person is expected to carry their own belongings, and if you can't, you throw away that which is expendable. It's looking like I'll be bringing back less souvenirs than I had planned. I never expected to appreciate the cold, but the frigid weather here is a welcome relief coming from the sweltering shores of Vera. Vera is hot. That tells us a lot. Because I think it might actually... Do we have Vera open? I think we have Vera open. Do I have Vera open? Vera's the last one that I don't have open. Fuck! Oh, it's the next one that I had figured out, too. Like, we know that we've got Vera, like, basically figured out. I just needed heat. Oh, god damn it. Okay, is there a chance I can solve Morajai with what we know? Probably not. And Nuance is being nuanced in the way that it is working for us. Like, on one hand, I think we've got Nuance figured out. Nuance is green, green is plants, plants means ag, but at the same time, Nuance is like gem, you know? Nuance is splendor. Okay, what do I know about Nuance? I know that Nuance is sort of, I mean... The problem is I don't know what Nuance's travel is, unless Nuance is boats. Let me take a look at the map real quick of the world. You know, it would make sense that Nuance is boats. Nuance has some of the biggest lakes on the world. It would be interesting. But then it makes me question where the blimp came from. So let's assume Nuance is mayhaps windy. That's kind of what I feel would make sense for a boat-driven society. We know they are ag. In terms of that, let me quickly remind myself what the boats are as I keep zooming back into everything. Boats is all 8, so I didn't need to do that. Didn't need to mess with this. My other guess is they would be turtleback. Okay, so that's that. And then the final thing is... Let's do... I mean, we know what they are. They're the shimmy... They're the... That. Okay. My other guess is turtle. and that I had misconstrued their turtle stuff for that. But the other thing I want to try is I just want to spam all of the different weather patterns. You know, I should remember that you have to go through and re-hit this every single time. Okay. Maybe they don't have anything of, like, innate problem, or, you know, innate, like, this is the way they look, or innate weather pattern, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, like I said, my next guess is that they are the place that had the turtle stamps. So that's what we're gonna try next, is turtle stamps and windy. I mean, it would make sense with the way they're depicted, you know. Damn. I had hope. I had a bunch of hope. I do find it funny, by the way, that the table nor the Morajai box spawn in until you complete that. Okay, well, in good news, we at least got the Kararka mark today. Like, that is something that I can say is good news for us. Let's see if I can't figure anything out with what remains of the day. Can I get a thing that I want outside? The other thing that I want to think about is what we know about them. Just in general, or about each place in general. And I'm trying to currently mark up my thing with what we've completed. So the only ones we have left are Vera, which we basically have been given the keys to, because we know they're hot, we know they are, you know, we know what color they are, we know everything because we've been given practically everything. However, I do want it to be noted, I think that their sigil is in antithesis to what we've seen. No, wait, no, I'm the dumb one. We have seen it. I think Vera is turtles. Thinking it over, I think what we saw in the Vera location was effectively a snippet. So, like, if I were to use this square right here and draw a circle on it, what we saw in the Lost and Found was a line that goes like that and a line that goes like that, which is valid for a few options, but I think that they are the turtles. Simply because, if I pull up the world map, simply because Vera is kind of an island nation, and one of the two islands has to have turtles. It just makes sense that they do. Now, of course, you know, Vera being it over Nuance is a bit odd, or Morajai. But I think Vera is the one that it is just simply because it's the one that makes the most immediate sense. Which also means that, yet again, our last key that we're searching for, which is wherever the king ascends the throne, basically tells us that we're waiting for a while on that one. Again, I'm in the constant state of, okay, we need to figure something out. All points are starting to point towards us needing to maybe finally finish getting the permanent editions, first off. But second off, they also seem to point towards us getting the last of Blackbridge's circuits figured out. We've solved, like, I think every other major puzzle going on in this game, that we have immediate access to, other than the ones that are related to the sigils. And of course, you know, if there's any hidden things that I haven't seen yet. So, this needs to be figured out. We need to find the last one of these microchips. That's what they are. They're microchips. Once we can find that last microchip and get this door open, I think that that is going to lead to somewhere important for us. Or this door over here that we've been seeing that I can't necessarily open. Like, I'd like this door to be open. It's one door that I just can't seem to get open. And I don't understand how I would. I need some time to just straight up, like, sit and think thonk. I mean... Oh yeah, by the way, we left this off and we still get apples, so... I don't think there's a problem with this. Yeah, I think we just leave this off for the fire. Well, I mean, we've done a lot today. It's not like today wasn't a simple or a bad day for us. I mean, we got Kararka figured out. It's not like we haven't done a bunch. We got our final vault key as well, so now we could open Kararka. We've got, I don't know, like, we've got a few more things that I need to do, basically. It's just, I think what we need to do is we need to figure out how to get the key for the outdoor treasure trove. Once we can do that, I think we will maybe assemble another piece, because I think that key is highly important to us. I don't know where that key is. And that's kind of my problem right now, is I don't think I could reasonably figure out where the key to the outdoor treasure trove is under the current circumstance. Would I like to? Yeah, I would love to. It's one of the few things that currently is an unanswered question that I feel we're missing greatly, and I should have gone the other way. So, what I'm going to do with my final set of steps for the day is we're going to go end in the treasure trove again, see if I get lucky and make tomorrow the day that I can get into there. If so, great. If not so, then, well, we've tried, you know? Like, it's not like we haven't been making our way. Also, wait a minute. Isn't, like, around here normally a dig spot? Like, did it undig the thing that I dug up over there? Interesting. But yeah, no, like, I genuinely am kind of concerned because I'm like, I don't know necessarily where else we could go. Like, there's a lot of spots that we're missing. Obviously. There's plenty of the game remaining that I just don't know about. I mean, I have all of rooms 1 through 46. I think everything that remains is secret add-ons, basically, obviously, but we've seen every major room that could exist. The only thing we're missing is, you know, like, a lot of the key story points and whatever is remaining with this ascension to the throne and whatnot. Yeah. You know, this is another room that I wanted to try throwing outside, held by a king on his throne. Yeah, so ascending the throne is going to get us the final key, obviously. So here's the other thing we can figure out, I think. We might be able to start piecing this together. We know that, hang on. We know that somewhere over here was his first journey. We then know that he goes, oh god, I had this at some point. Hang on. We also know that his last step on the journey was here at home, basically. Like, those ones were hard set on. Now, I'm going to put a bit of a weird one forward here. I think Arch Ares is the second to last one. And the main reason I think that is because I think Mora Jai is going to be the third to last, followed by Kararika. Kararika, then Vera. Simply because Sweltering Shores. This would mean he does that, which is a figure 8 on the board. But that would... I mean, that's like thematically the coolest, I would think, you know. Thematically, it's the coolest. My thought process was with that is that Arch Ares is effectively, it mentions that he goes there after a few days of sailing. My other thought would be it's this way around. But that also doesn't make sense, you know. I mean, okay, here's the thing. Why do you snap to there? Like, he very clearly went to Oris. He very clearly went to the northern shores, is what he says. Vera, he mentions in his most recent one we got as being after he goes to Kararika. Also, by the way, I didn't read the PS on that. He ended up forsaking all but one of his books that he took with him. Poor Herbert. Poor Herbert. And Vera is... let me see here. Vera is which one on the map, if I were to guess? I believe it's this one. But that I might be wrong on. No, yeah, that is Vera. That's Vera right there. That's Vera. All of this is Vera. So he goes Vera, then Kararika, then to somewhere else. And I know that we have the Arinda and Fen Ares correct, because he mentions in his Arinda Ares comment that it's the first place, and he mentions in his Fen Ares comment that it is the last place, I believe. Yeah, quote, I'm actually writing this last postcard sitting at my desk at home. This is the Fen Ares one, right here. Whereas the other one literally starts by mentioning 8 realms in 8 months and how the objective was simple. What order, what route, and where to start. And this is, like, it literally sets up that Arinda is the first one that he goes on. It also directly says it's the first one he goes to. So the next question is, Would it be something like this? You know? Would it be something like he does this, maybe? Or would he go here and have nuance be the last one? Yeah, but that's like really, really dumb. That's like really, really dumb. Yeah, that's where I would figure that would go, actually. Maybe it's still this. But that one, like, also doesn't make sense. Like, for the passage of the way that he's going and what I think he would do, this is like the exact path that I know I would take, which obviously isn't the path Sinclair would take. But he mentions the swell. So we know that Kararka is at least after Vera. We know that there is a large sea travel that happens before Fenares. And then there is a final return home after going to Oris. Oris is the first, Fenares is the last. So the ones that we don't know the full location of are these. But we do know that this one is after some boat travel, which means, in my opinion, it needs to be after a travel to one of these. My guess would be is maybe I have this backwards, and it's actually something like this, and that would be the biggest boat travel imaginable, because you'd go up north, around, and over. And then that would be that. I don't know. My thoughts are still a bit confused. I would like to believe that I know what's happening here, but I don't. And of course, no instructions have been following. Alright, let's accept the failings of this. Oh, Jesus. Get a million steps real quick, just because, haha, funny. And let's call it a day, finally. Yeah, there's not much that I think we can do. I'm scratching my head non-stop over this game. It's one that I really, really want to have figured out, but I just don't know. Anyways, with that all said and done, everybody, thank you all so much for watching. I will see you all in the next one. Have a good one, and bye-bye.